Yo, definitive Warframe tier list 2024. Great year for the game. I played so much this year. I'm sure you played so much this year, and we're gonna play more next year. But going into that, what's the year in review look like? Well, here it is, alright? This is just the vibes. This is not best in slot builds out the wazoo. Well, I have Steel Path builds for everything, but this is just my vibes tier list. This is just my. I get it if people like it. You gotta understand if I don't like something. But yeah, we're just gonna dive right into this. Get the legs open like Lamborghini doors and just hop in here. Excalibur, poster boy of the game. Um, you know what? Um, when I first started playing game, he's my starter, but I wanted to get rid of him ASAP. All right, I was just like, it's not doing it for me. I got a sword, I blind people, I dash through people. It's cool. I get it. I know why people still play him, because of that nostalgia. He's got some cool stuff going on in his kit, but he's just okay. He's just okay. Garuda. Um, it good frame. Played her today on the Zeramon for like 2 hours, killing some Void Angels. Who doesn't love a big ass shield? Who doesn't love that damage buff, that 100% damage buff? The blood sigil she gets while you're playing the game. Great. Put Gloom on that bad boy. Infinite healing, infinite energy. Like, perfect frame. Is doing it for me. Great frame. Everyone else knows she's great. Shouldn't be a controversial opinion at all, okay? Play Garuda. Play her more. Gara is doing it for me. I get it. I'm a Gara knower. I know Ball. Not a lot of people don't know Ball. They don't know Gara. I don't know what to tell you. What? You need Intensify? You need 130% strength to hit your mitigation? Like 90% mitigation? Maybe 95 at 130? I don't know. It's something like that. Low strength requirements. Put a boatload of range in that bad boy for your ult, for your 4 big AoE. Trick that big defense enemies don't want you to know. Alright? Max range with some strength on Gara is better than just keeping your walls up 24/7. Because then you slice it. Big AoE, you nuke the defense map. Instead of just sitting there and defending and shooting your gun out of the glass walls. Because what do? At some point they break. It's better to just hit your 2, alright? Get your defense, alright? Your mitigation. Put up the big wall to refresh it. Slice it. Big AoE damage. Now no one's shooting a wall. Your defenses are up. And the defense round keeps going. They're all dead. Do it on mobile defense. Do it on excavations. Do it on mirror defense if you even play that mode. If anyone's playing that mode. But yeah, Gara, really good. I don't think enough people play Gara. Not enough people love Gara. But hey, I get it. Comes from the plains of Eidolon. Early grind. A lot of people are hopping there, telling Kanzu to shut up, and leaving. That's that. Frost. Oh yeah. Listen, 2024 was the year of Frost. How many just the overguard changes, his augments, like he just kept getting better and better and better. And then the cold buffs, the cold status buffs that came, when was that, in the summer? He just kept getting better. If you would have asked me 2 years ago where I'm putting Frost on a list, get him out of here because I'm playing Gara instead. Why would I pick Frost when I could play Gara? Nope. Okay, now I got an armor strip. That's low strength scaling. I don't even need that much strength. All right. Now I got a crazy dome. All right. Who doesn't love some crazy dome? All right. Frost is up there and it's doing it for me. I love Frost. I recently cleared my Steel Pass star chart. You know what I did? I played Frost 90% of the time. Just overguard, armor strip. Like, you know who doesn't have that people were crying about? Dante. He just has overguard, no armor strip. Want to know what Frost has? Overguard and an armor strip. That wasn't a shot. Dante's still probably better, but whatever. Chroma. Yeah. He's just. Do you want to do damage? Do you want your You're not doing a lot of AoE ability damage. Do you want your guns to do damage? And your sentinels and your pets, they can get the Vex armor buff or whatever and whatnot. Your allies, you can do some weird support chroma stuff, so your allies get the lingering buffs and whatnot. But like, why? Why? You like the dragon? Maybe you want to be a dragon and just be tanky and do damage. Like, I get it. It's just okay, He needs some love. He's probably one of my most played frames. I insta-copped the deluxe bundle when it came out way back in the day, but I mean, it's Chroma in 2024. I'm not mad if I see it in my lobby. I see a Chroma in my pub squad, and I rub up on his leg and like a little chihuahua and hump his leg, get some buffs. Thanks for the damage, buddy. Necros. Yeah, he's good. Using the farm loot. There's better frames to farm loot. I don't think he does the necromancer thing well at all in the year of our Lord, but he's cool. I get it. Terrify's cool. The Terrify, when they lowered the strength requirements to hit armor strip on Terrify and whatnot, that's cool. The creeping Terrify augment that slows, that's cool. I get it, but he just doesn't do it for me. If I'm farming loot, I'm reaching for a Korra or a freaking, what's his name, Hydroid. He got reworked. I'm reaching for him, the one of those two first. I'm not sprinting down the hallway to go grab me my Necros and go out and farm loot. I know there's some gimmicky stuff you can do. You can petrify and use desecrate and have the Ripkas on and put the air amalgam. There's some gimmicky, but like I'd rather just play Korra and just sit in my dome and. But he's cool. I'm not mad at seeing a Necros every now and then. So he's right there. He's in the cool tier. He's good, but he's not scratching it. Limbo. If you would ask me, oh my god, he would have been up here many moons ago. For many moons ago, he would have been up here, but now he's just like, I'm a believer. I was once part of the Limbo gang. I was running him nonstop in pubs. I was preaching, to everyone that you don't get it. You're the problem in this pug squad, not me, the Limbo. It's you. But listen, Overguard just fucking, what did they do? They kicked him on the ground and they threw sand in his eye and they said, here's Overguard, It's like, ooh, it just feels bad. On top of like PvE dunking on you, you bring Limbo to a pub squad and it's just like, whoa, I'm the Antichrist. Whoa, I'm Limbo. Whoa, so it's just like, But I get it. I'm happy. I like him. I'm good. I get why other people still play him. I think more people should probably keep playing him. Let's get rid of the negative Limbo air that's around us. Oh, Grendel. Everyone knows he's good. I know he's good. I was on the Grendel train day one. I saw a fat dude that eats everything, and I'm like, whoa. I need him. I need him in my arsenal tomorrow when he comes out, instantly, ASAP. And that's what I did. I got Grendel ASAP on release, and that's all I did was play him. I played Grendel all the time. Eater of Worlds. DE. Get rid of the 5 cap. Let me eat 50 people again. Alright, let me get people mad in my pubs again because I eat 50 enemies in survival and I'm on console and the spawn rates are terrible, so I just ate the entire map with Grendel way back in the day. But that's besides the point. Alright, Grendel, he's just that guy. He does everything now. He did everything then. Before viral, before people cared about that thing, before people cared about viral and nourish, you know what it did? It gave you free toxin. I just ran that guy on Corpus Steel Path all the time because that's before we had like decent galvanized mods and all that bogus stuff. I don't know. I've always loved Grendel. I'm gonna be one of those hipster nerds that you probably see in forums or on Reddit and be like, I liked him before the rework. Well, yeah, and here I am. Sue me. Caught. I'm caught. Let me, you can get my, what are they called here? My mugshot, click, hit my trash can. Click mugshot for liking Grendel pre-rework. Alright. Moving on. Gauss, his best friend. Should go up here, right? I know he's good. You probably know he's good. But yeah, Actually, yeah, that's I like that better. Gauss is good. I know he's good. He just doesn't do it for me. You know. He's popular. I see him all the time. He was part of the Game Pass at one point, so you know that might be they might be rigging the election there with his player numbers with the Game Pass edition or whatever. So I'm not sure how many of those are genuine Gauss enjoyers that are just playing Gauss for the love of the game. Maybe they just got him free on Game Pass, but it just listen. You go fast. If I want to go fast, I'll play Volt. If I want to go fast, I'll play Varuna. 'Cause she's got that parkour velocity, you know. Just, he's good. I get he's good. I'll never say, "Oh, Gauss is bad. Why are you playing Gauss?" That would just be stupid. That would. What? No one says that. You shouldn't say that. If you think Gauss is bad, you should probably correct yourself. But he's just not doing it for me. I'm not reaching for the guy ever to pick him. You know, the more people I put in the good, but doesn't scratch that itch tier, the more I'm gonna think like, wow, I really have a Steel Path build on that character that I don't even really play that much. But that's besides the point. Harrow, oh yeah, he's scratching that itch. Not enough people get it. All right, not enough people just aren't playing Harrow. They aren't playing him. They have the tribunal augment. You don't have to fight your squad to get the buffs off anymore. You just spam chains the entire game and say, "Go, my children! Get headshots, get energy, chains. All my buffs up. You benefit." Is it crappy that it's an augment? Yeah, sure, whatever. You can say that 9,000 times. You can scream it out your window. You can yell into the sun. Augments probably aren't getting baked into kits anytime soon, so it's whatever. But play more Harrow. Spread the love. Spread the buffs. I love him. More people should love him. We're going to change that. We're going to change to but not enough love. There we go. Oh, yeah. That's that. I like that. All right, Hydroid. Oh, yeah. Listen, Hydroid's great. Free corrosive damage. Tons of corrosive damage. Get that augment on where your P rain, when you're peeing on the world, bop, 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 corrosive and viral. All right, tentacles, viral, loot frame. I'm reaching for Hydroid before I'm reaching for a Necros. I'll tell you right now. But yeah, Hydroid's just great. He's the pirate frame. Amazing deluxe skin as well. I'm just obsessed with this Warframe. When I was cringy in middle school, I played him because he was the hentai the hentai frame with tentacles all over the place. If you don't know, ooh, there's a he used to slam the ground and spawn tentacles. Well, chance of spawning a tentacle. And there's a Jack Katag hammer stance with a ground slam in it, and you spin around, and then you slam the ground during it. It's like a whirlwind, and that could spawn a tentacle, and it was sick. I ran around with a Jack Katag as Hydroid, spawning tentacles all over the place while spinning like a Beyblade, you know? If you weren't there, I'm sorry, but you had to be there. You had to be there either in your puddle or spinning around like a freak or spawning tentacles like a freak all over the place, but I love Hydroid. He's great. You should think he's great, all right? I'm influencing you with my Hydroid opinions. Probably not. Inaros, he's good now, but he's just never done it for me. You know, I remember Inaros came out. I raced to get him with my friend. First one to build it. First one to craft it. I remember rushing all his parts and stuff because we were hyped. Like, oh my god, Egyptian mummy frame. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And got him out the foundry, leveled up to 30, and I was like, oh, this guy's a walking health pack. Yeah, that's I have a lot of HP, and that's cool. A lot of HP, man. And it's just like, oh, sand finisher. Sand finisher. Oh, armor. It's like, but now he's an army of sand kitties, and it's pretty cool. I like it. I like the armor, the army of sand cats you can make, and the corrosion procs they spread. It's awesome. I think it's really cool. I like summoner stuff, which is funny. I got Necros in the same tier, and I say I like summoner stuff, but you know what's cooler than both of those? A tentacle monster. The tentacle monster at Hydroid summons. I wish he would come out of the ground and just raise the map with his tentacles and fight alongside you, but that's a lot of work to implement into the game, I'd imagine, to have a giant kraken fighting alongside you. But it would be cool, and it would be cooler than Necros and a Naros. Better than Sand Kitties and spawning 8 Eximus units to fight alongside you. But, yeah. Naros, he's cool. He's good. You stay alive. I don't hate him. I'm not mad to see a Naros in my lobby. He's going to spread corrosion procs, and he's going to have some cool sand cats. And he's just there. Loki, listen. I never liked you, Loki. I've been playing since spring 2015. Never liked you. Never liked this character. Loki, pack your bags. Leave my game. Out. In my lobby, you're just gonna be invis all game. There's some really funky stuff you can do with putting Zada's Whisper on stealth frames and using blast and influence. And Loki does it really well because he's got that super long invis, and I've done it. It's a fun build, but you're just meleeing and stealth. It's just like I'm meleeing and stealth. And that's all he's ever been. Is just, listen, it's a niche. I get it, but like, I from day one of playing this game, I saw Loki, met Loki players, played Loki myself. Never once was I like, man, do I see myself playing this for more than a couple missions? Like, he's just... I will say, one side note for Loki. Ropalolis Steel Path, I remember cheesing it with Loki and staying invis 24/7. I don't know why I chose Loki for that. I could have probably played Octavia or something else I actually enjoyed, but I remember using Loki for that, and I remember failing multiple times on other attempts, and I remember Loki being the key that unlocked that Steel Path Ropalolis door. But, nope, he's gone. Me no play. Me no like. I see him in my lobbies, and I'm like, brr, you're cool, you're stealth, I know you're contributing to the mission, but, ooh, I don't like that frame. Mirage, yeah, what, only got better. Oh, well, some people will tell you, and they'll write you 5 paragraphs in Reddit or the forums that she got worse after the Eclipse changes, but you know what? She only got better this year. Listen, I summon clones, I get good power creep weapons, I get a Torrid. I don't even like the Torrid. I don't even know why I'm saying that. But you use any weapon that's good, summon clones, get Eclipse buff, and now you're even better. It's just so fun. And before, like, Firefly Titania became like a thing, you know, Firefly Titania, you use Thermal Sunder, I would speedrun Relics with Mirage clones because her parkour speed is nuts. You know, I'd get my Kuvazar or Brahma and my Mirage clones and my Eclipse buff and just speedrun through missions, and it was the shiznizzle. She's a great frame. More people should think she's great. You know, this is kind of annoying. There we go. It's not editing anymore. But yeah, Mirage is awesome. And her Disco Ball does damage now too, if you want to be the leader of the ball. Disco Ball, the Dancing Queen. Dancing Queen Mirage. There you go. Someone steal that. Build. Ball build. Dancing Queen Mirage. Boom, build. Nova. Bam. Nova's great. Awesome. Just got reworked. I have nothing but good things to say about Nova, but I only play this character out of necessity. If I know I'm going into a random mission where I'm like, no one's bringing a Nova, and someone has to do it. It's gonna speed it up. It's gonna make everyone's lives better. I just gotta play Nova. We need a Speedva. I will bear that cross. Christmas just happened. Maybe bad timing for that kind of, but yeah, she's great. No bad things to say about her kit whatsoever. That's not this tier is good. Has the first word there is good for a reason. These characters are all ones I'd consider good. Just well, maybe 1 thumbs up. Everything else above that double, but these guys get a 1 thumbs up. Just Nova. What her ball's cool. I don't know if you can still do it, but on the one spider boss in the cave that you need the Thermia for, you summon her ball, and it can, like, destroy all the vents or, like, ice or whatever on the spider. That was, like, a cheese thing or a speedrun strat or whatever. I remember running it with a friend, and he's obsessed with Nova, and he would do that all the time when we killed the Thermia boss. I don't know if that's still a thing or whatnot. With her ball, summon out, shoot it. But she's tanky. She debuffs the crap out of the enemies and drops health and energy orbs now when you're doing that. She has hella movement with the teleporter. That's crazy. Who doesn't love hella movement in this game? But I just like itch right here, getting scratched. Nova's over here, not scratching it. It's just like Nyx. Oh yeah, my first Prime Warframe. Oh yeah, Nyx. Like, I have nothing but positive and glowing and great reviews to say about Nyx. Um, maybe down here because I know people don't like her. There's people that'll just say, she's just okay, and they'd probably put her down here, or they'd probably put her in here, but nah. Yeah, she's my first Prime Warframe that I got. I remember getting like 3 out of 4 of the parts, and then buying the fourth part for some guy, super generous, sold it to me super cheap when I was in like middle school, way back when, and I just loved being invincible. That's if you ever we grind for was it keys or relics in the void? I don't know, or grinding parts. I don't know, void defense, whatever. If you've ever played void defense, there's a giant hallway where you spawn, and I would stand there with whatever primary I had on the objective and just shoot straight the entire game. That like I was a turret for the entire game, the entire match. Just I'm a Nyx turret. I'm invincible. I got hella energy, and I have a good gun, and I'm just a turret here for this front of the void defense. Just every time we boot up void defense, I'd be on Nyx, and I'm like, all right, boys, talk to you in 30 minutes. I'm a turret. I'm playing Bloons Tower Defense 5 right now. Like, would it have been 5 back then? No, probably 3. 4? I don't know. Oberon. Oh, yeah. He's going there. Love this guy. Not enough people love him. Jack of all trades. Master of none. Power creep to the Shadow Realm, though. Oh, my God. Speaking of Nyx, he applies rad procs. He's supposed to be Oberon, King of Fairies, Trickery, whatever. Dude, your rad procs suck. Your application's terrible. Nyx has you beat now. Corvex has you beat now. Corvex got you wiped down. Nyx got you wiped down. Oberon, what are you doing? He's one of the first frames I target farmed. I got an Oberon part from killing an Eximus way back in the day, and I was like, I need more ASAP. And I remember getting him, grinding him. I was like, holy smokes, this guy's a healer, and he slams people down, and he does damage, and he puts out this grass that does damage. He's a support and a DPS character, kind of. Wow, I love this guy. But he fell off. Like, if this was like a meta tier list where I'm like, you should play this Warframe, he's like going down here and like the you should play. Like, I'm not telling you to play Oberon ever. Like, Wisp's entire kit just puts this guy into the negative Shadow Realm. Like, it's like someone's like, I want to play support, and I'm like, should I play Wisp or Oberon? I'm like, why would you even mention Oberon? Play Wisp. But no, he's up here. Play him. We need the Oberon agenda back up. Oberon stocks up. ASAP. 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 Not a very informative tier list, is it? I'm not here for that, though. Oberon. Like, what is there to say about the guy? He's good. You got Smite for your one. I'm not going to go over every frame's kit every single time. I'm just going to yap. I like yapping. Oh, yeah. I saw the music frame. Same thing with Grendel. They can be buddies. We'll move them over. There's no ordering here. I thought the day this frame comes out, I need it. And I did. And the first thing I did was make a Never Gonna Give You Up Rick Astley Manticore thing. And I loved it. I played so much Octavia. Oh my goodness. So much Octavia. Because she was OP and I was still new to the game kind of at the time. So when a frame that OP comes out and you're new to the game and you get that frame, ooh, crack into my veins. Crack into my veins, Octavia was. Yeah. She's busted. She's OP. Like, but you go invis for the entire game. Her invis doesn't break when you shoot unsuppressed weapons, which I really think is weird. If they were ever to nerf Octavia, that would probably be my first change if there was ever a reason to. Like, no one plays her. Because you never see her. Because, like, the whole, like, Octavia's paradox is that, like, she's, like, super boring to play. Because all you're doing is spamming crouch the entire game and throwing your 1 and throwing your 4. That's it. Just spam crouch, 1, 4, everything's dead. And that was enough for me way back when. I don't play her a lot now. But she did it for me, slime. Protea. Oh yeah, like who doesn't like this frame? I need names. I need names, and I'm gonna call Luigi. You know, if you're not a billionaire, he probably won't show up. But I love Protea. Is so fun. Dispensary, like they took the Sahasa dog, the Sahasa Kubro that digs and pulls up a loot. They gave her that and an ability, and it has like a million duration. It lasts for like a 63 minutes, seconds. You know, it's just infinite energy and infinite health. All right, it's insane. Her turrets is scaling heat damage. Scaling heat damage on her turrets. Like, someone just wake up and they're just like, I'm gonna make the most busted frame today. Just scaling heat damage, free energy. Oh yeah, and infinite shield gating. Like, average Protea mission, dispensary, shields, spam turrets. Like, what a, and her animations are so good too. Everything about her is like feels good to play. Like she's amazing. Oh my god. What a good Warframe. What a good Warframe. Like, oh, Protea is a good frame. Like, what, like, say something negative, and then her fourth ability exists. Like, okay, my fault. Got me. Caught again. Mugshot. Caught again. Her fourth ability is just kind of there. It's just, I know it got augments. It got an augment where her turret follows her in her 4. Like, why would I want one turret to follow me in my 4 when I could swap? Like, I don't know. One bad thing. But she's still up here. Revenant, I should just put him down here. I'm not even like a hater. It's just like, I don't like Mesmer skin, man. But I guess I'd have to put like all the Overguard frames down here, because Overguard's basically Mesmer skin at this point with how much you can get. So I'm not going to be that much of a hater, but yeah. Yeah. He's like, once again, well, I gotta collect my thoughts on Revenant, because I really like his kit outside of Mesmer skin. I like the Thrall. I like the gameplay loop of Thrall and reaving and spinning around and like getting a massive army of the mind controlled dudes. It's kind of weird. Nyx and Revenant just do like the same thing. Well, she doesn't make an army of mind controlled dudes. She just jokes one dude to the moon and it makes him good. And this guy just gets an army of them. So they're not the same thing. But, well, they both go invincible in an ability. Well, you know what? He's good. I don't know. Most people don't play him like that, though. If you meet a Revenant player, they're pressing 2. They're never hitting 1. They're never hitting 3. Their 4 is probably subsumed to be Nourish. Like, it's just like, okay, man. Do you have the dude? When I run into Revenants without the augment, I'm like, what? Come on, man. Give me the 5 stacks of Mesmer skin, bro. Give me the 5 stacks of Mesmer skin on every cast that you do. Do you need that mod space? Do you need that 8th mod slot that bad? Because I don't. I have a Revenant build I've been using for, I don't know, when did Energy Nexus get added? A year now. So that would have been a year, right? Whispers in the Walls, Energy Nexus. Listen, pro tip, any Warframe that has a bad 4th ability, you need energy on. Yeah, just those two things, all right? Get rid of their 4th ability, put on Nourish, put on Energy Nexus, and then put on Precision Intensify. The strength on Nourish goes to the moon since it's in the 4th slot, and the Energy Nexus generation goes to the moon since it's in the 4th slot. And that's how most people play Revenant, which isn't bad. Not bad. This is not a criticism. It's just, I think it's it's an unfortunate way that a character is good, if that makes sense. It's like, man, I get it. I completely get it. Like, trust me. Jacked up Nourish, and I'm invincible with Mesmer skin, but man, he has such an interesting kit outside of that. Like the one with all the clones and the percent. That's one thing. People don't realize he does percentage health damage in his Reave, his 3. So with enough strength, you're hitting enemies for 100% of their health. But the counter argument is, why would I press 1 then 3 when I could just press mouse click 1 and blow up the room with a Nourish boosted Tsar? You know, so you know what? I get it. Speaking of infinite frames of damage buffs, infinite tanky frames of damage buffs, Rhino. Wasn't my first frame that I got outside of Excalibur. That was Oberon, or was it Atlas? Because I started playing around the time Atlas got released, and I bought the Atlas bundle. Well, he's somewhere on here. We'll get onto that. But not my first frame. Not a frame that ever appealed to me. I just saw a big dude and I was like, okay, this is TF2 heavy. Cool, man. You're tanky. You're tanky and you do damage. That's all you do. That's all you do. You stomp every now and then, and enemies get uppies. They get uppies when you stomp. That's cool, man. Kind of boring. You look cool. You charge. You're a rhino. But hey, not hey. More rhinos in my squad with high strength. Give me that roar buff. I'm not playing it though. He's definitely not like Nova here. Nova, I'm playing out of necessity nonstop, right? This guy, I'm never like, you know what this comp really, you know what I really need right now? I need a roar buff. I've never been like, you know what I really need? I need a roar buff right now. Just never. Never once have I been like, a roar would go hard right here. Like, no. But you know, Iron Skin's cool. It makes you look ugly. It ruins your fashion frame. I know they talked about changing that when his heirloom skin comes out. That doesn't change anything for me. I'm still not touching the fool. But more rhino players in my lobbies, the better. Give me that roar buff. Kind of contradicting myself here. Kind of, you know, said I don't care about roar. Now I want more. Whatever. Sevigoth. Oh yeah. Has he reached the status up here where everyone will agree, like shake their head like, yeah, he's great? Because I don't know, I was playing with a friend today, hasn't played in a while. He plays like plays between updates, plays the new mainline update, uninstalls, comes back in 3 months kind of thing. And he was like, Sevigoth's kind of bad, they should rework him. And I'm like, whoa. He can nuke rooms now with his augment. You're not a ball knower. You don't know ball right now, pal. So I think he's in here where like not enough people have caught on yet. I know it was like a big bonanza, sweet bonanza when he got that augment. He can nuke rooms. He does jazz hands. Up, down, up, down, up, down, one, up, down, two. He does the jazz hands and everything dies. I think that's, listen, same complaints I have about Revenant. I don't like playing him like that. I do like playing him like kind of like a weapons buffer frame with his Shadow Haze augment that gives you a bunch of free crit chance on the shadows you send out. That's fun. I like being tanky. I like getting lifesteal on my guns, and I like the crit buff. I like playing him that way. I have a build for the nuke build. I don't really use it that often if I do play Sevigoth, but yeah, I don't think enough people know he's good now. I think a lot of people are stuck thinking that like he's Helminth food. Just chuck him in the wall, chuck him in the wall, chuck him in the wall for gloom. So yeah, but he's great. He's awesome. He's the shit. He's the shiznizzle. Steinax. Oh yeah. Everyone knows he's great. This is another Grendel situation for me. If you're still tapped in, I knew he was good before the masses, before the Overguard augment came and took us by storm and getting 300k Overguard in 2 seconds and then getting that Overguard capped. Yeah, I was making Nourish Steinax work with his energy buff before, because I was like, wait a second, I play a lot of Grendel and Nourish increases energy and Steinax has energy regen. Wait, thinking cap on, this is the coolest thing ever. And but then he didn't have Overguard and I was trying to make him work as like a shield tank, and it wasn't doing it for me, but I was trying to make it work. And I played a lot of Steinax. I had some, I played a lot. And then he got that Overguard argument. And then Steinax stocks went to the roof. And I don't think enough people play him still. I think a lot of people know he's good. And they know when they see one in their squad, they're like... But he comes from Call. So, like, a lot of people aren't doing Call to get Steinax. That's a lot. That's a big time investment to get him and be dope, sick, McNasty on the Steinax, which I think it's worth the grind. I think it's worth the call grinding to get Steinax. People will be like, oh, just grind plat and buy him from the market. I think I think it's worth your time to just get Call out of the way, get the mods, and get Steinax. But he's sick nasty. Like, he's great. He's awesome. I'm sure everyone's happy when they see one in their squad and he has the Overguard augment. They're getting free Overguard. They're getting a bajillion energy. They're getting typically a nourish if he has one in his kit. You know. Who's next here? Titania. Titania doesn't get enough love. DE. Take all her buffs like you did to Nourish and put them in the one buff. One. We become one. The great embrace. All right. Take the Titania buffs and just put them into one ability and buff her flies. Make the flies better. The flies die way too quick, and you gotta respawn them, and it's just like, why? But I love Titania. Obviously, you've probably seen a million if you've ever ran an Exterminate relic or a Capture relic. You know, you've probably seen 3 Titanias flying at Mach 10. That's awesome. That's fun. I love to do that. I love going fast. I love speed. I am speed. Lightning McQueen. But yeah, Titania's awesome. Like, there's just you're a little tiny flying. You got crazy guns. Crazy DPS guns if you use her for like bosses. She's really good at Lefantis. I know Lefantis gives a lot of people trouble, but her guns, Lefantis hates high fire rate, and her Dex Pixia with the Blitz augment are insane on Lefantis, and they're insane on Plaguestar if it ever comes back again. She's awesome. Like she has so much good things going on about her kit. Like it's hard to put into words, and I don't think she gets played enough for those reasons. Like if you're meeting a Titania player, it's probably in Relic Pugs every time. Like you're probably running into a Titania. There's not a lot of Titanias doing it just for the love of the game, for the love of being a fairy, you know. But she's awesome. Just like run her in your daily missions. Like her one Spellbind being status immune. Oh my gosh! Like it's just a feel good moment. She's awesome. Her Dex Pixia are awesome. Going fast is awesome. Being a little fly and zipping around the map, like it's like the next step of parkour. You know, like the parkour and movement in Warframe is awesome. And she just goes, whoop. Now I'm flying everywhere, and I can still interact with the map and stuff. You know, she's so cool. I love Titania. Not enough people play her out of relic missions. You know, Saren. Oh yeah, good Warframe. Good, great Warframe. Everyone calls her the war crime frame because she nukes maps, but just like I have Tau shards on her. I have Tau shards on her. I have Umbra Forma on her. I've played her through all of her reworks with maxed out builds. I've just never been like Saren. It's always been like Saren. Yeah, she does lots of damage. Everything's dead. I have 10 million KPM. Billions must have toxin procs. Like, just like, but I don't know. She just Saren. You know, everything dies. You know, I got no issues with that. I feel like when I play with Pug Sarens though, they're not pumping. Like they're just never pumping. I think she's a frame that only does well like solo. Maybe I don't know. Because there's a Saren in my squad. I'm like I see spores. I see some spores here. I see some spores there. It's just like I think we've reached a point where like the tick damage is Saren and like her scaling on the spores is just really like a solo thing. Maybe I don't know. Whenever I run into public ones and like conjunction survivals or whatever, or what are the Omni Fishers? That's where you'll see like the most like people running like Giga Max builds and stuff. Whenever I run into a Pug Saren, it's just like you're not pumping. Something's up. Maybe you're just trying her out for the first time, but you're not pumping numbers like you see other people pumping numbers. But yeah, I've never Saren's. Also, fun fact. Saren's the snake frame. She's not like a lot of people call her like a toxin plant frame. You read her description in game, it's like venom. It's like a snake. I only learned that this year when I like read her in game little descriptor in the market, and like it makes sense. She has her molt, snakes, reptiles, molt, you know, venom, you know. And I never caught on until this year. Maybe you just caught on right now. But yeah, what is Saren? Lots of damage. It's cool. It's good. It's there. It's just not for me. Not for. And I don't like any of her skins. There's not a single Saren skin where I'm like, yeah, let me buy that right now. It's just like, Because that'll get me to play a frame. A cool skin. That's is there any Warframe? Where I was like Mirage actually. When Mirage got her deluxe, I was like maybe I should play this Warframe. That's a sick looking jester. I'll play some Mirage, and boop. Maybe if Saren got a cool skin, I'd be like, you know what? Maybe I should try Saren out more often. But yeah, that's how we're feeling there. Saren's just like, okay, maybe I'll order these at the end. That'll be hard. That'll be interesting. Hildren. Not enough people play Hildren. They feed her to the wall. They go grind Hildren. And they feed her to the wall. They say, give me pillage so I can slap it on something for shield gating. No. Play Hildren. Play her. Alright? She is awesome. She just got better with the Kome update. Her DPS on the Balefire chargers, Iron Man, are so good now. She's just so good. Like, I like I said, this summer I caught up on my star chart, Steel Path. I unlocked all the meaningless nodes that like don't have farms or anything like that, just all the mundane nodes. And I ran Frost a lot, and I ran Hildren a lot. And she's just awesome. Like she's just a fun frame, and not enough people are like Hildren's good. People are like wall, pillage now, wall. You just built Hildren? Wall now, Helmand, go feed her. It's like no. Play her, enjoy her. She's good. Her deluxe skin's awesome. Her prime looks awesome. I like the giant horns. Like, what is there not like? If you like put like a blind picture over Hildren and we're like, this is a new Warframe. She's gonna have an insane exalted. All right, it's gonna do crazy DPS with an augment. One catch, caught. All right, an armor strip. All right, team buffing for your shields, and she's gonna have a flight mode. Where she CCs enemies and drains them for energy. Like, hidden frame, everyone's going, S, oh my god, I need that frame now. Take the picture away, it's Hildren. Oh, wall. Give me pillage for my other frames. Go. Play Hildren. Baruch. Oh yeah. Baruch. Oh, I remember I started playing Baruch. I got a crazy coupon. I got a 75% coupon, and I was like, I'm buying something right now. And I was like, what's a grind I don't want to do? And I saw where Baruch comes from, and I was like, oh, I got a level Little Duck to get Baruch. And I was like, how about no? I am not doing that. I am not grinding Little Duck standing to get this guy. It doesn't even look good. And then, you know, you ever see the Ratatouille movie where he eats the soup, the Ratatouille? He's like, I ran Baruch once and I was like, oh my gosh, new favorite frame. I don't think I unequipped a Baruch for like a week. I don't know. I think I ran him everywhere. Arbitrations have just come out at the time, and if you remember, like this is before his reactive storm augment, where he gets the damage buffs according to the enemy in his 4. This is before that. This is when you had to have like a good build on the his Desert Wind. The general consensus was like Baruch's good, but nothing's hard enough for Baruch to be good, because you know you have to get shot and hit for Baruch to like pop off. And arbitrations had just come out, and I was like, whoa. Wait a minute, the math's starting to math. And I ran Baruch in so many arbitrations. So much arbitration grinding I did with Baruch. Oh my, if you just cleared the star chart and you're ready to grind arbitrations and you want a frame to buy with plat from the market, buy Baruch. Oh my gosh. And then you just need a good primary to deal with the arbitration drones, because his Desert Wind doesn't hit the drones because it's an ability or whatever. But yeah, I love Baruch. Baruch's awesome. Play Baruch. Everyone should know Baruch's good by now though, because he does insane numbies. I'm tempted. These people are just yeah, you know what? We're going. He was gonna go here. But he's down here. Like, hey man, you're holding out for an era that's long gone. That guy needs touch-ups bad. He needs help bad. Like, what are you doing? Like, what's the duration on your stealth? Hey Ash, did you just see Side 09 stealth? He has a refreshable stealth with a low timer. Did you just see what just came out? Side 09? And his stealth timer, it's low to start, but he refreshes it with kills. And your timer, it's like, if you're building max duration on Ash, like how long can you even get like on his stealth timer? Like, it's not even anything crazy like that. And it's just like, your 3. I know there's this Savage Silence build or the Finisher Damage build or whatever. You know, you mark everyone and you silence, and then you get the extra Finisher damage on your ult, and it's just like, why bother? If I'm playing Ashe, I'm doing it for the crazy slash procs that he gets, and that's probably it. I go invis, I get crazy slash procs. Look, he's down here. He's also good with that Nourish build I talked about earlier. You have a crappy 4th ability, put Nourish on, alright? Put Energy Nexus on, put Precision Intensify on. And it's just like, now this character is like at least good and playable, alright? Ashe can do the same build. Loki can do that build. Revenant can do that build, but he has Mesmer skin, so he immediately shoots up several tiers in my book here. That's wide open to read. But yeah, I was never that into Ashe. I was never into Ashe enough to like put him here or put him here. I was just like, cool, he's the ninja frame in the ninja game. Like, cool, man, good for you. You're Soldier 76. Even though Soldier 76 is like my 4th most played character in that game, then we'll talk about. Yeah. He's just Ashe. Like, I know what he does. I had 3 different builds for him that are like good enough to go do something, but you know, just like, it's Ashe. Hey man, you could leave. We're holding out for We Work For You, pal. Who's next here? Put my glasses up. Trinity. Yeah, she's okay. I think there's probably some niche gimmicky builds that are gonna come out from her rework that I'm just gonna be an oblivious monkey to, and you know, whatever. But she's just okay, and I would have put her here before 1999. I would have said she's just okay. You know, she's free energy, she's free shields. A lot of stuff nowadays, a lot of stuff is balanced to be self-sufficient, and that's like a whole other conversation. Self-sufficiency in Warframe. You know, are we too non-dependent on grouping anymore? You know, everyone's just like, solo it. Who needs squad mates? Solo it. But that's a whole nother. Trinity's from an era where it's like, I want to play with people in my MMO. I want a group of 4 people to play the game with, but it's just okay. And I've always thought she's just okay. I'm like, cool, she's the healer frame. You know, free energy. Abating Link's a cool augment, you know. And her Blessing School. I played a lot of Trinity and Eidolon hunts when that was a thing when they first came out. I played Trin, my friend played Rhino, and I think we had someone else playing Volt. I don't know. That was the way back when. Way when like the Lanka and the Rubico were like the things to go for on Eidolon hunts. I was the Trin bitch that played Blessing Spam. But she's just okay. That's fine. She's a good healer frame. I'm not ever mad to see this frame in my squads. She's cool. Caliban. Oh, gonna ruffle some feathers. Oh yeah, I've been playing this boy since the day he came out. I was excited for him. I was hyped, and I was let down. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend he was like S tier and everyone else was dumb. No, he was mid. He was mid and possibly bad. But I was a believer. I was a believer for so long, and he's only gotten better. I think he's great. I think a lot of people want him to like get crazy damage buffs and like nuke rooms with his buds that he summons, but I think he's great for CC in a time and place of the game where CC like doesn't matter at all. Like his drone that summons more drones. If you use that, I don't think you and your allies ever get shot again. Like it's insane. It draws so much aggro. It is insane. You just never get shot. And I love it for that reason. It's really like easy to just fucking full recline, sipping pina coladas in my chair, and I'm playing Caliban, and I'm just never taking aggro because I have 8 million clones out, and I'm just grinding Omnia Fissures. I'm an hour deep in this mission. I'm never getting shot. I'm 2 hours deep in this mission. I'm just never getting shot. Oh, the aggro is being absorbed. Oh. Yeah, but he's awesome. I've always been an enjoyer. And then before, when I used to play him, I just slap Nourish on him because you just do that with anything if it's just mid or bad. And the tech was you summon your 3, boop, 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 summon 3 drones, and then you slap Nourish on them, and you got little buddies spreading Nourish everywhere. They're like a crappier Panzer Vulpaphyla. And that's how I played him before the rework. Now with the rework, I just play him like a CC kind of tank guy. I wish he had a damage buff for himself. I don't want his like little guppies nuking the room. I don't want that. A lot of people want that. They want to use the tank ones and they want to nuke rooms. No, not me. I want them to buff me and make my guns do more damage. I want to be kind of like Rhino, you know, but with my little goobers out and about. I think that would be cool. If he gets an augment where like I'm smart, I'm thinking, I'm cooking here, I'm cooking, I'm chefing with the pot. His goobers that tank aggro, the amount of damage they absorb can get converted into like a buff or something maybe for Caliban and an augment. That would be cool, but it'd be just for him, just selfish little boy. Yeah, but I think he's cool. He's always been cool. I think he's even great now. I think more people should play him because of the aggro stuff. It's really cool. It's really awesome. I don't think there's anything like that else in the game. I guess Nyx, kind of. I guess they're kind of similar with like aggro taking away and kind of Revenant with the aggro stealing with his thralls, but no one plays them like that. Well, Nyx you kind of play like that now if you spam chaos, but I think it's a really interesting play style in a time of the game where like you don't need to play like that. Like it's not mandatory. You know, most people are tanky enough and you know relying on themselves to stay alive without that. But I like Caliban for that reason. That's why he's up here. That's why I've always enjoyed him. He was always a tanky shield boy as well. If you put like shield regens mods on him, oh yeah, really tanky boy. Ember, Ember, Ember. I think she goes here. I really, 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 really enjoy Ember. Like, she's really cool. I don't play her enough, but I think she has a really cool like gameplay loop with like lighting people on fire and then crashing down your comments when you get all the extra power strength from lighting people on fire. Is very neat. It's very cool. It's very fun. Spreading heat procs is awesome. Now that they changed elemental mods, the elemental augments where like they no longer mix with builds. You won't ruin someone's build by giving them like an ember fire damage buff. I think she might get played more. She should be played more. It'd be cool. Maybe I should start playing her more and doing that, you know. Get some range, get some strength, duration, buff people's damage, give them a boatload of heat damage. Because heat damage is always good. You're never like, oh, Sky gave me heat damage? Why would you give me, like, no one's ever saying that. More heat damage is awesome. Her exothermic augment, I think it's called, for like free energy. You know, she's great early. You know, Saturn, Sargus Ruck, Ember drops. Get some exothermic going. You got energy right there. She has an armor strip. She has an overguard augment, which is really good. I think a lot of people look at it and see it doesn't give you a lot of overguard, even if you're hitting a lot of enemies and stuff. But even one overguard is enough to get the gate. It's enough to go invincible for like that. So you just need one. And it's pretty crazy. She's pretty tanky. She doesn't die as long as you're spamming your 3 with the overguard argument. It's pretty sick. I like the theming with the meteors coming down. Yeah, she's awesome. She's solid and should be played more. That's the stuff, but not enough love. You know, that's why she's dead. Valkyr. Valkyr is one of like my top 10, 15 most played frames, and she's just okay now. You know, Talons are awesome still. Kind of, I hate talking about. I know I've brought up Helminth a lot on this, but like, I love Valkyr so much, so I'm just going to. But Valkyr Talons, the Wrathful Advance with the red crits from Kalervo, feel it in my chest. Yeah, that hits hard and it feels good. But like, just play Kalervo if you want to play a melee frame. To be honest, like, if you want to play a melee frame and do lots of melee damage, play Kalervo. Play Kalervo. Play Kalervo. Yeah, but Valk, she's good. She's just okay. Warcry's still awesome. I love getting Warcry buffs. If there's Valkyrie in my squad, I love having a crazy kitty mailing all over the place. It's awesome. It's sick. It's nasty. I love it. What else we got here? Geyer. Oh yeah. I'm conflicted. No, Geyer's scratching that itch, and I love her. I don't think enough people like play Geyer. Like, I think Geyer's like genuinely, when it comes to like power at like when you're investing in Gaia, she's like Saren level, to be honest. I think she's like Saren level. I think she's like where's Mesa? I think she's like Mesa level. I think she's like, whoa, Giga strong frame. You gotta put pillage on her to get the armor strip so your electric procs are hitting a bunch. But she's cracked. Like she's good. She's a good Warframe. It's just insane. Just insane electric damage. And then even like low steel path, you don't need pillage, I'd say, to be honest. Like just big AoE electric damage, just big Oppenheimer electric nukes. Like what you hit your 3, you hit your 4, and you go to town. You go crazy. You start rotor spawning all over the place. She has your big Tesla balls to spread electric procs. Like she's just insane. She does do lots and lots and lots and lots of damage. But the Zeramon grind for her, kind of funky. Zeramon grind kind of doesn't feel good. Why don't the bounties? Why isn't there a pity shop? Listen, we need to go back and we need to update some of these past grinds. Zeramon, why don't the bounties give rep? All right, the bounties need to give rep and the pinions, just like Whispers. Whispers gives bounty. It gives bounty rep, and you get the Vome things, the little, the little things you can find in the Sanctum Atomica. I think more people play Gaia if she was easier to get, and yeah, she's just awesome. And I don't think enough people play her, probably because of the grind reason. I think a lot of people probably know she's good, but the grind's just like, it's a lot of Zeramoning, man. Nidus time, yeah. Just doesn't. He's tanky. This is another Inaro situation for me. I love the Helminth Charger though. I love the Infested Dog, and I actually, it's like I went in reverse order. I love the Infested Dog, so I was like, maybe I should play Nidus, and I did for a while. I played Nidus with the Infested Dog, and I was like, it's just not. It's just I'm Nidus. I'm a Naros but infested, and then I'm grouping people up, getting my stacks, and it's just like, what am I doing here? I'm Nidusing. There's some there's a cool build way back when self damage was a thing, where you'd Nidus 2 larva, group everyone up, and then you'd like jump up with the lens and shoot the lens or like any AoE weapon at the larva ball. That was cool. That was fun. I didn't use it. I had a friend that really liked Nidus, and Inaros, he liked those frames. Yeah, but they're just like, they're just two walking health packs, and I'm like, they're good thematically, good aesthetics, they look cool, but that's not enough for me to be like, yeah, Nidus is there. Oh, Banshee. Oh yeah, I love Silence. I love Banshee Silence. It is OP. Like people see Silence and they think just Eximus abilities, but no, there's so many like enemies in the game where their movesets are considered abilities and turned off. Like what's one I can think of off the top of my head? Grenier, the scorpions, the machetes and the hooks, the grapple and they pull you in. They can't do that if they're silenced. That counts as an ability for them. Yeah. Banshee's awesome. The weak spots, the weak points, OP. They stack. They can like layer on top of each other for crazy damage, and then you get the augment, and you're just chanting them all over the place. Like Banshee is insane. Like you want to do crazy numbers, and you want to live, and you just want the enemies to just Banshee lobotomizes the enemy. Like literally, she just turn off, no think, no brain. You're silenced. You are silenced. You can't do anything anymore. That's Banshee. All right, she's awesome. I need more Banshees in my squads. What was it called? The elevator mode, the uppies mode from the Jade update. I played so much Banshee because of all the Jade Eximus. Just turned off. Jade Light. There's Jade Light in this update. What is that? What's a Jade Eximus? Silenced. Max range silence. Just you're worried about a Jade Light beam hitting the defense target? No, silenced. Done. Yeah, she's OP. I love her. I played her so much during the Jade update because of that. Banshee's awesome. More silencers should be in my squads. Valbin. Oh yeah, I was part of the train gang. I loved Valbin. I was influenced. But he's not. He's just. It's just like he's just good, you know. Do I think there should be more Valbins in my squads? You know, one build that I used to play a lot that I recently found annoying this year when other people play it is the Gara Subsume build. You Vortex spam, and then you Spectrage Gara 3 around it, and you get infinite energy. It's very annoying to play with if you're just trying to play the game like normal. It's not fun to play with. And then it kind of clicked. I was like, I was that guy. I was playing Spectrage Velvin. I think playing him like normal kit, no helmet, just spam your Bastille. Just lift everyone up, and everyone gets to play Duck Hunt. That's fun. I've been playing him a lot like that. When I play, when I was doing the Steel Pass Star Chart recently, to complete it, all the interception nodes, I'd run Valbin, and a lot of people tell you to go max range and just span Vortex in the center of the map. That's kind of boring. I had a lot more fun just going around on rotation and putting my Bastille on each point. 1, 2, 3, 4, Bastille, Bastille, Bastille. And kind of running around and, you know, playing Duck Hunt with the floating guys while I was running around doing my interception. It was fun. And I think it's the superior way to play him. You heard it here first. Bobin's good though. He strips armor. He's really gets 1,000 armor when his 4 is fully stacked. That's nothing to laugh at. It's nothing to scoff at. He's solid. I love him. I think more people should love him. I think he gets too much hate on tier list for some reason. I think people see a Valbin on a tier list and they just want to put him like all the way down here. They're just like, get him out, get him out, get him out. It's just like, what? He's not that bad. He's not that bad. He's up there. He needs more love. He needs a hug. Mag. Armor strip, CC, insane bubble, you know. Turns projectile weapons into weapons of mass destructions in her little bubble. Infinite shield gating. Like, she is insane. She has it all. Mag is awesome. There is not a single bad thing to say about Mag. Once again, I'm sure I'm not alone on this. It's just like, I don't play her that much. Just like, wow, what a great kit. What a double thumbs up kit. But yeah, it's just not doing it for me whatsoever. I am not playing that character ever. Nope, nope, nope. There's nothing you can do. You can't show me your crazy Nataruk videos where you're shooting the Nataruk into a mag bubble and turning it into the sun. Like, that's just, nope, nope, nope. Not happening whatsoever for me. I'm not a mag enjoyer at all. I don't know why. I play her and I do mag things. You know, I got my Nataruk out. I got an Exorgist. The Archiplasmor is pretty good in her bubble. Just any projectile weapon gets profit in her bubble. And it's just like, I'm magging. It's magging time. And it's just like, whatever. Whatever. Nyx. Why did I say Nyx? Equinox. You're here. You're just okay. The fake Sun Wukong clone augment that she has, the duality augment where she swaps forms and summons a clone. I like it. I have a lot of fun with that build. You know, it does a lot of crazy damage. If you're running it in Steel Path, you do have to find a way to keep your clone alive, which most people will just put Ivara's arrow on Equinox, and then you shoot the invis onto your clone, and then they're invis, and they do lots of damage, and it's cool, it's fun, but like, she has that crazy range AoE build that is fun. That's a good time. But like, all in all, it's just like, doesn't, other than that, it's like, what else do you have going on with your kit that's like, I'm not running to the shelves to get Equinox off the shelf and test her out, you know. It's just like, I actually played her today. I played her today for that exact reason. I was like, you know, maybe something's missing. You know, maybe with the new update, we can Equinox a little bit and figure something out. But I was just like, nope, not doing it. Nope, there's nothing to be found. What's next year? So we got Volt here in this tier. And I kind of put him in the same category as Mag. You know, like he's really good, does it all. The speed boost is awesome. Shock Trooper augment is pretty sick for the flat electric damage. His fourth with Capitance, with the Capitance augment that gives you infinite shield gating, is sick. But I've just never been a Volt player, you know? Like, I've never enjoyed Volt like that. I think I enjoy having him in the missions with me if someone else is running a Volt. You know, the speed boost is sick. I know a lot of people like the backflip out of it. They hate the Volt speed boost. But I enjoy it. I like when I have Volts in my squad. I get why people like him. But yeah, he's sick. Volt's awesome, but it's just like whatever for me, you know? He's not up there. Whatnot. He's just Volt, you know? Starter frame. I don't know. Who's next here? Varuna. Varuna goes up here now. I think she's like, she had that augment come out with Kome, I think, and it had the bugged range and it was super OP, and then it got nerfed. But it's still really good. She has a crazy AOE nuke now with that augment. She is insane, and her invis is awesome because it's from. But the extra parkour velocity when you go invisible is sick. Her stacking the status effects is sick with her too. And then she basically has like dispensary, kind of. With her Lycith's Hunt, from the headshots give energy and melee kills give health orbs or something like that. And it works with her 4. You can do an infinite 4 build with Varuna now with the AoE nuking. With both her augments, which, you know, augment conversation is a whole nother thing, but Varuna's awesome, and I don't think enough people play her. I think, like, even with the nerfed range on her augment, she's still, like, just as good as, like, a Gaia or, like, a... maybe not as much as a Saren, but it's still pretty crazy. It's up there. She's awesome. I went through a good Varuna phase when that came out. I played a lot of Varuna and the Omnia Fissures. Those... Varuna and Omnia Fissures, and then if you get the strength buff and the range buff with the AoE nuke stuff, that's a good time. And then Wisp I put in the same category as Nidus and Anaros here. Like, it's just a lot of HP. It's infinite health. It's cool. It's fun. Well, it's not cool. It's fun. That's why they're there for me. But that. You know, she puts the moats down, you get some buffs, and you just stay alive. The Breach Surge is cool. It's kind of like, I don't know. I've always found Breach Surge is kind of lame. Like, you just cast it, and there's just free damage all over the place, and then, you know, things hop from... I never enjoyed that. I know, like, every video known to man is, like, put Breach Surge on this thing, and then hit it a bunch of times, and do a bajillion damage. It's just, like, whatever for me. Even on Wisp herself with Breach Surge, I've never been... super caught off guard with it. Like, oh my gosh, Breach Surge is amazing, Wisp is amazing. It's just cool buffs, you know. 2 thumbs up for the Wisp buffs. That's it, you know. There is a cool build that I like to do that I've played a decent bit. If you go like the Inadem, the Incarnate Dagger from the Zeramon, it gives you aerial attacks when you're aim gliding. And then you get the infinite invisibility from Wisp while aim gliding. That's pretty fun. If you go, it's like you're almost like your attack helicopter in the sky with the Inadem Dagger. It's pretty OP. I enjoy it. That's a fun build, with especially with all the melee arcanes now. It's pretty nice if you want to do like the influence daggers. You want to spam Breach Surge with that build. That's fun because then you can put the 1 melee augment on that gives you bonus corrosion damage. That's a good time. So I like playing Wisp like that, but not enough to like really move her up any higher for me. That's it on Wisp. Wukong, I think he's okay. I think he's always been just okay. Way back, pre-Wuclone, pre-rework, when the only thing you used him for was Defy, and you would just stay alive, and that was all you would do. I thought he was okay then. I think he's just okay now. I've always thought the Wu clone thing was just like whatever. You know, you summon a clone, that's cool. He uses your guns, that's cool. I was never like, whoa, crazy OP, I gotta use Wu clone. I know recently he has the Cloud and like Slam build that a lot of people enjoy. if I'm slamming with a melee weapon, I'm probably gonna be playing Kalervo or literally anyone else doing a slam melee build. I don't know. I do an Iron Staff build. I have Wrathful Advance and Iron Staff because that's like the only thing saving that Exalted ability is Wrathful Advance crit damage, crit chance. And that's a good time because you get the staff with like huge range, and that's fun. And I actually subsumed clone off on that build because it's just like I'm never using this clone. I'm in a melee 24/7 or whatnot. But yeah, he's just like okay. I think like the Wukong hype has died out. I know they nerfed AoE weapons like Primed Firestorm and the ammo count way back when on the clone, and that kind of killed the Wukong hype a little bit. But like even now, you don't see a lot, and I don't think like it makes sense to me. Like he still all he does pre-rework, all he did was stay alive, and now all he does is stay alive and summon a clone. You know, so like he's just cool. I get if you like him for the Wukong theme. There's like a Wukong in every video game, and now there's a Wukong video game on top of that. So you know that's cool if you like the Monkey King. You know, maybe Dragon Ball Z Goku, Wukong type beat. Who's next here? Zaku. Zaku is amazing. I love Zaku. I love Zaku from the moment they were conceptualized. Community project, Broken Frame. Haha, funny broken game. Give us a broken frame. And I like the way it transformed. And we got Zaku. The armor strip was always awesome. The turning into a skeleton in your 4th ability. The multiple builds to be like a box breaker is awesome. Her kind of doing the mind control thing better than Nyx and Revenant. Well, I said her. They, Zaku's they, them. Sorry about that. But Zaku does the whole mind control thing a little bit better. Zada's Whisper is such a cool ability with the void damage. And awesome Warframe. Zaku is sick, nasty. But I'm sure like everyone's had a crazy built Zaku in their squad at some point with the million guns firing off, you know. But one place I really like Zaku is the circuit, because the circuit is just huge open maps, and you're building Zaku for max range, and they just pump damage. They just pump damage. Your guns hit everything on the circuit maps, on the Duviri circuit. It's so fun. I really like Zaku on the new 1999 tile set, especially the underground and the mall, because you're just breaking all the boxes, and the guns shred the Skuldra and the Tech Rot, because the Tech Rot are just shields and health, shreds them. You got your armor strip for the Skuldra. Zaku's just awesome, and I think a lot of people know that, you know, really up there for me. Oh yeah, Yareli. Is she? I think Yareli's gonna go down here, even though Yareli got her augment, and her augment is like sick to run around on foot now, you know, and use your pistols or your melee or your primary. Not enough people play Yareli. Like my take was always Yareli's like a slightly better Neja, and then Neja got that crazy AoE augment immediately after when I was saying that, and now I think Neja's still probably better, but she's like super tanky, and she buffs your damage with secondaries really well, and she buffs all your damage. I think a lot of people, they see the C snares and they think it's just CC, but a lot of people don't know that it gives damage vulnerability. It increases your damage against targets trapped in your C snares. It's really good. Like, I'm always spamming C snares when I play Yareli. I played a lot of Yareli with Silence on the Jade update, as well as along with Banshee, because Silence is just really good for that game mode. And in that hallway as Yareli, when you're moving the little Jade egg or whatever, dude, I feel like Mesa almost. I feel like a baby Mesa with the dual Toxicist on Yareli going through that hallway. It's insane. It's super fun. That's how I describe her. When people ask me about Yareli, if I'm in pubs or whatever, and I'm playing Yareli, and they're like, "Oh, why are you playing that frame? Is she good? Is she good? What now?" She's a baby Mesa. Like, have a good secondary, play Yareli, and you are baby Mesa, and you can do your full parkour and stuff around with whatever. I really like the Tenant Plinks on her. If you've used that, it has the big AoE. The Tenant Plinks on Yareli's a good time, especially with your 4. Your 4 sucks everyone in, and the Tenant Plinks also sucks people in. It does the big boom with the ult fire. It's a good time. I think more people need to play Yareli. You know, for every Neja I see, or even Rhino. I mean, Roar brings something else to the table entirely than just the crit buff from Ureli. But like, she's a tanky frame and she buffs your weapon damage. Like, I feel like more people just need to play Ureli. I need more Urelis in my squads every day of the week. Lavos. Do people know he's awesome now with his Valence Fusion augment? Is that a thing that people know ball on, or like, is he down here to where there's just not enough Lavos players? Because you get him from Father in Daimos now, so he's kind of easily accessible. I don't know. He's gonna go down here. Yeah, he's awesome. The new Valence Fusion augment is sick. You can put like electric or blast damage on your melee weapon and do like a cool influence blast setup. That's really fun. I do it with the Stropha a lot. That's a good time. I ran it a lot on the Kome update on the beach because it's so open there for your blast procs or electric procs to go off and proc influence. It's crazy damage. It's really, really, really fun. Or just buffing your heat damage, giving yourself a boatload of heat from the Valence Fusion augment and going crazy. That's good on Lavos. But I don't think a lot of people play him. He's kind of in the same boat as Ureli now. He didn't always have that gun build, which is fair. His playstyle beforehand is kind of clunky, just hitting all the buttons, either on your controller or on your keyboard, and like priming people with elements. I mean, before I just used heat 24/7 on his 4. I would, I think if you're playing Lavos for ability damage, you have to use the Cedo, his signature weapon, as like a 5th ability. And I think he works great. I think he's awesome. But that's what I used to do on my Lavos. I would prime everyone with the Cedo ult fire, and then pop my 1 and my 3, and then prime my 4 with heat, and then big nuke. Yeah, I think he's just a good tanky frame. And he has 2 really good builds for either gun builds or ability builds. I know people like Sickening Pulse on him too. I was never big on that. I never thought the Sickening Pulse Lavos build was that fun. But I get it. I see it. Yeah, but he's sick. Especially if you pair him with the one hound. It's well, all the hounds really. There's no specific breed of hound from the sisters stuff. But the hounds with the energy disc mod that has the electric disc bounce around to spread whatever you mod on the hound's melee weapon. It's really good for priming for Lavos as well. He's just a really fun Warframe, I think. You know, I like the snake motifs on his arm. I like the chemicals and stuff. He looks cool. He's tanky. Variety of builds. He's just awesome, and he doesn't get played enough. And he needs a deluxe skin still. I'm hyped for the Lavos deluxe skin whenever that comes out. So yeah. Who's next? Korra. Everyone loves Korra. I love Korra. Korra is probably one of my most played frames just because I use her like all the time if I need to grind a long mission for some resources. You know, if I'm grinding Orican cells and I need to go spam Whipclaw somewhere. Just woof. I used to run like max range build or whatever. Normally you run max range anyways on Korra either way, but max range on like low tier exterminates for like relic missions is fun. You just spam Whipclaw and it goes through walls. It's a good time. The extra pet's awesome now for the pet mod. I know the pet mods don't stack if you have like 2 cats or you have a cat and a dog. I know like the Tenacious Bond and whatnot, those don't stack or whatever, or Reinforced Bond. But it's still nice having an extra pet, because pets are really good now. So if Venari's doing some good damage and your pet's doing some good damage side by side, or if you want to run the Sentinel with her, she's just an all-around good frame. And I think a lot of people like don't run her out of farming as well. But you see her in like any group as well if you're going to farm something. But yeah, I think she might be... I don't know. She's probably not really that great in 1999 tile sets, the most recent stuff. Because a lot of it's underground. And like I feel like sometimes if there's a lot of terrain for the Whipclaw to get stuck around or like form around, it does get a little wonky on how it attaches to enemies. So yeah, maybe her stocks fell off a little there, but and she's one of those old Warframes that needs the stat stick, you know. But I feel like with the Incarnon Ceramic Dagger or the Incarnon Magistar or just the incarnate melee weapons in general, stat sticking is like become more accessible. I guess I did say incarnate, you gotta clear the star chart, steel path and whatnot, but even back when I first started playing, the Mire with the Syndicate augment was still just good enough. Like it's good enough for if you're building Korra and you're new to the game. So yeah, her accessibility. That's maybe why I don't see her a lot. She comes from ESO, but I really like her. I've always really liked Korra. I really like her deluxe skin. I run around with that. She's awesome. Everyone knows she's awesome sauce. Not much to say on that. Zephyr. Zephyr is a Warframe that I've always been big on. Forever. I've always, like, I remember first seeing her as a like her concept, reading her codex entry in game. That's what I used to do when I was like a noob. I would go to the codex and I would read all like the Warframe bios to see who I wanted to get next. And Zephyr was one I was like, whoa, it's a bird. It's a plane. It's Zephyr. I really want to play Zephyr. And not enough people play Zephyr. I think once again right next there to Lavos and Yareli, they're like, she doesn't die and she'll buff the crap out of your weapon damage. There's some really crazy stuff you can do with her tornadoes and weapons, and blast specifically. Now I think that's the thing. Blast damage with the tornadoes scales like crazy. It's pretty nuts, psycho. But you don't see Zephyr players at all. Like I feel like I never see anyone, and she comes from a dojo. She's a dojo frame. Like I see a decent amount of Wukongs, and I see a decent amount of Najas. You don't see any Zephyrs, and it's like she's a dojo frame. Buy her, get her, craft her, you know, and have fun. Her Tailwind's super fun to build for in open worlds, like the Orb Valis or the Plains of Eidolon, and the Tailwind ability where you dash forever. That's fun. Like she's super fun to play, and you don't see her anywhere. At least I don't. In my region, whatever I'm queuing into, you just never see Zephyr players. I think it's a underloved character for sure, and really good. And build requirements are low. Like you barely need any range for her 3 to be good. Her, is it called Turbulence? Is that her 3? I'm not sure. But Zephyr's sick. I feel like underplayed, really good Warframe. It's just like odd to me. Yareli I get, because what, that's like a Vent Kids grind, or is that the Vent Kids quest, the Wave Rider quest for her blueprint? Whatever. Citrine. I might need to split. I might need to make another tier at some point. This is getting a little too populated for me, because I'm putting a lot of Warframes here that I really like and I really play, but that I don't see enough of. Like the Citrine fits in that category. You know, I like it, because then all these are ones I see a lot as well. Like I see a lot of Garudas. Yeah, okay, no, this is good. But yeah, but Citrine. She's awesome. Just sick. The status buffs on her 3, her crystal, I think, are underlooked. Like it just makes any gun you're using a status monster. Absolutely insane. Her 1 for the free, free energy and free health orbs from throwing sand in people's eyes is sick. Well, you're throwing rocks in their eyes instead of sand. That's a Naros' job. But she's awesome. The recrystallize, that's cool. I've always used that on acolytes when they spawn in Steel Path. That's a good time. Everyone's just red critting the acolyte. That's fun. The team-wide mitigate. I've always liked Citrine because she's kind of like, if you're playing Wisp and you want people to stay alive as Wisp, they have to go pick up your motes. They have to go be mote monkeys and grab your motes. But with Citrine, her AoE damage mitigation works in affinity range. So it's like, I know that if I hit 2, you're probably not going to die. It comes to me. You know, you don't have to come grab the Citrine buff. So I've always really liked that with her as a support. But you don't see a lot of Citrines, and she does come from Mirror Defense. And I know the stocks, the community stocks and opinions on Mirror Defense are kind of low, so there is that. But I grinded her right away. I really liked her, like the way she looked, and was super hyped to get her, because I was like, oh, another support frame. It's been a minute. And she's awesome. Not enough Citrines in my squads. I think I haven't gotten to play her in EDA yet. The Elite Deep Dive Archimedia or whatever. She hasn't popped up in my random frame rotation. I wish she has. I feel like she's probably really good there too. for the mitigation. Because I know a lot of people are in Vazarin school because people go down all the time in EDA in pubs. It's insane. People go down so much, which isn't really an issue, but a lot of people run Vazarin for that. But I feel like getting Citrine as a support would be awesome. Just giving people that free mitigation is underlooked. Controversial. He's just okay. He's like he's cool. He's cool. He's like I know he's good. He's a red crit melee machine. He has overguard. He has the insane chaining thing, that stack sniper combo. A lot of people don't know that. Sniper Culervo is a thing. It's real. He's coming for you. He's gonna snipe you. He was here before Site 09. Sniper Culervo is there. He's there. That's a fun build. You know, you chain them and then one shot one guy with your sniper, then poof, turn to dust, turn to ashes. Sniper Culervo. But even on release, I was like, the red crit melee thing. It's just like, it's cool. I get it. I like the TP function more. You know, poor Ash over here. Poor Ash, this guy, because that should be him. His fatal teleport. That should be Culervo's teleport. They should just give it to Ash. You know, poor guy, all the way down here. But I like his design. I spent a lot of time fashion framing him when he came out, and I got him. But I don't play him a lot either. Like I have my build set up for him, and I like it. I enjoyed it. I played some Sniper Culervo. I played melee Culervo, and it's just like, it's cool. It's fun. But it's just like, I don't play him that much. I'm never going towards him. Oh, Atlas up here. Atlas is awesome. Atlas is underpicked. Atlas is just amazing. He's great. More people... What? Should I say more people should be playing Atlas? I don't know. These top two tiers are kind of getting befuddled the longer I go on. It's frying my brain. Who's and what. These top two are kind of a mess. I think I'll put this for like my cream of the crop. That's my cream of the crop tier, yeah. But Atlas is my cream of the crop. He was the first frame I bought with Plat, where I was like, I must have him now. I must not wait. I must punch things. And he's awesome. Even with, I know a big thing that people do is they put Wrathful Advance on Atlas, and I get it. Red crits are cool, but I like Ensnare more. It sounds weird. Maybe a bit like unorthodox, like Ensnare on Atlas, but I think having that grouping tool is really good for his Landslide and his Petrify, because the Petrify cone is really awkward, and even building for range, the AoE on your fist isn't that great. So I think Ensnare is like really sick on Atlas. I love Ensnare, and it works on I think I've already said it works on Acolytes, but it's a really good grouping tool for him. Like it's just, I think it's something that fits him super well. Even without Ensnare, Atlas is just fun, especially if it's a map where there's like hallways that just landslide down with your fist. Just, you know, it's a better Excalibur one in my opinion, because you get to choose your target. I know Excalibur dash is automatic, but yeah, I think Atlas is just really good. I know he needs a stat stick as well next to Korra there. But even with that notion, I think he's awesome. He's incredibly tanky with stacking the rubble. Petrify's cool. Is he the only Warframe with like a unique status effect stun like that? Frost freezes people. I guess I would count Inaros as Sand Blind. Well, it's just a blind that opens people for finishers. Is the only people that like turns people into stone like that, or like is there anyone that does anything else? I'm trying to think. Oh, Kome, right there. She has a unique CC like that. Her, like, tie people up with strings. But, Atlas is really good. Atlas is really fun. I think more people should play Atlas. I love Atlas. Atlas is great. More people should think he's great. Mesa. Do I think Mesa's just okay? No. Or do I think... Does she really... Yeah. Mesa's up here. Mesa's one of my... Everyone knows she's great. I think she's great. I played a lot of Mesa when I was doing like open world grinds, because she just makes bounty so easy. You just activate your shield and you activate your regulators, and you're nuking the entire plains of Eidolon or Valis or Deimos. You know, you're asleep at the wheel, nuking everything with Mesa. Her regulators are just OP. She's insane, and she has mitigation. It's nuts. It's nuts. It's nuts. Like, what can I say about Mesa that no one else has said that you probably haven't heard? Like, she's cowgirl with sick ass guns, and she doesn't die because everything else is dead, or she has her crazy mitigation shield up. Like, that's Mesa. But like, there's nothing else to say. She's only gotten better as time goes on. Like, it's never been like the Mesa stocks have never dipped and then gone back up again, in my opinion. They've just always been going up, 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 up. Even way back in the day when her regulators were automatic, you'd hit 4, you'd hit the 4th ability button and then you'd go make a sandwich and come back, you know, when the Mesa stocks were through the roof. I don't even think they dropped when they changed that. I think they just like maybe stopped going up a little and then they skyrocketed again. She has the Mesa's Waltz augment. Like, Mesa's an awesome Warframe. And I see her a lot. I see Mesas everywhere all the time. Ivara. Ivara is sick. Ivara is sick. Yeah, Ivara is awesome. She has like she has so many builds. I've contemplated buying build slots for her now. Like, the most recent one, there's been a million Reddit posts on it. I've seen it on Twitter as well. You pilot the Zenistar disc as Ivara in Navigator. And if you don't know what the Zenistar is, it's a melee weapon that summons like a flame disc. And it scales with the duration. The duration of the disc scales to your combo meter. But Ivara with that build is super fun because you're just piloting a little disc around and just burning everyone with the Zenistar disc. It's really, really, really fun. I've played the Empowered Quiver builds where you set up your Empowered Quiver with the augment. It gives you more crit damage. And I just slap suppress on like a, what's the one kick gun from Deimos. The Spore Lacer. It shoots the infested eggs that explode. Like, that's been really fun because that one has really good crit stats, and I just sat up on the Empowered Quiver with the Spore Lacer, just that's a really good time on Ivara. And then she has like your typical stealth build where you're in prowl all game and you can prowl around, and she's awesome for spies. But her spy build with her one augment that makes her immune to lasers and stuff, that's fun. I know people like to use Limbo, or they like to use Wukong to be immune to the lasers, especially Wukong because of the speed. But like, I'm so deep into this game where like everything else is min-maxed for like maximum speed to go make missions as quick as possible. I like to like go back in time a little bit when I play spies and play some Ivara, back to when I wasn't bullet jumping around, you know, and spies would take me forever to do. I mean, they're still pretty quick because I have parkour shards on my Ivara, but yeah, she's fun. I don't think she gets enough love. I think a lot of people, they'll talk about playing Ivara and they're just like, why? I guess because of her prowl. Her prowl does hold her back a little bit. But I don't ever see her getting full parkour in her prowl, which I don't think she should. I think it's cool to have a slow but fun playstyle in the game, and I think Ivara fills that niche very well, you know. I know that all her augments are really good. I like all her augments because she has the big boom bow. If you build that with max range, it's like a tile set nuke. It will nuke an entire tile if you're hitting the headshots on that bow. It's very nice. Corvex. He's just okay. I don't think that's an unpopular opinion, but I don't think he's so bad where like, I see a lot of people screaming for like Corvex big changes. I would make one change to Corvex for him to be good. He has a super high base armor. He's immune to status effects. He has no self-sustain. He needs a way to get HP back. And to me, I think when one of your status effect stones get consumed, I think it should give you a flat amount of HP back. I think that would be cool. And that would put him to like, I probably still wouldn't play him as much, but he'd probably go into here for me, or I'd consider him good. But he just has no self-sustain. And like, he's just okay. Like, I played him just the other day, and some 1999 bounties. Because I don't know if you've played the Legasite Harvest in 1999, but the Legasites, they summon Aqua Blades, they summon Helmet abilities, and one of those is Aqua Blades, and the slash procs will ruin your team. I've had just team members and myself as well, go down on cooldown against the slash procs. But Corvex 3 makes you immune to status effects, so I thought it'd be smart to use that. He's not bad. Like, he has the radiation spreading's cool, his big beam is cool. The walls are cool. I really like the walls. I really like that kind of form of CC. It's definitely unique to him in his kit. It feels fun and good. So yeah, I like Corvex, but he needs some self-sustain. He just needs a way to get HP back in his base kit. I would hate if they made an augment for self-sustain. I like that his augment so far, the one augment he has, is based on damage increasing. I think that would be, if they ever make a second augment for him, that would be cool. But base kit, he needs a way to get HP back to be a tanky boy. Because right now you have to supplement it with something else. Like, I have Arcane Grace on my Corvex, but not everyone has that. And not everyone probably has that by the time you're going to get the Whispers. You're not going to have a maxed Arcane Grace to heal up your Corvex if you want to play him. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to supplement that, but this doesn't matter. He's just okay. Just Corvex by himself, out of the box. He's just okay. Dante, up here. Yeah, I mean, what a mess when he came out. People were up and roaring about that guy. To the point where we as a community got a Warframe nerfed on release, which is like, how'd that happen? What did we do there? I don't think anything ever deserves to be nerfed as long as Saren exists. Like, as long as she exists in her current form, in like a min-max build, not even a min-max, you don't even need like a min-max crazy, I have green Archon shards and I have this and I have that and I have Umbras on Saren. You don't even need that for Saren to be crazy good. Like, as long as she exists in her most powerful form, I don't think like any other Warframe needs to exist. And the same goes for Dante there. Like, the Overguard's a little overkill. He gives a lot of Overguard when you don't need a lot. You need one Overguard to get the Overguard gating, and it's just like it's really jarring because Dante was our first our second foray into the Overguard world. Dante was the first, and Dante's only giving you like what 3k Overguard max most of the time, and then Dante comes along and gives you 30k, and it's just like, whoa. Is that good for the game or whatever? That's a different conversation, but I think if he were to get nerfed again, I think it'd be cool if his Overguard was just for himself, maybe? I don't know. I don't think he needs nerf. Let's kill that conversation. But he's cool. I like him. He's good. I know he's good. Dante's in my squad are always fragging out and going nuts. I like that their books are always built and their books are going crazy when they use the page flight. I don't know the name of all three of his buffs off the top of my head. But he's cool, he's awesome. I just don't... If I'm going to play an Overguard character, I'm either playing Frost or Stynex. Those are my Overguard boros right there. I love these two. This guy... And I don't like his animation set. I don't like the floaty animations. It's just like, bruh. But he's cool. He's good. I don't see him a lot either. I don't see a lot of Dantes. He does come from the Sanctum Atomica Whispers, so it is pretty late in the quest line for most people to get him, and you got to grind the what's it called, disruption there, so there is that. But he's cool. He's just okay. He's not just okay, but yeah, the tiers are there named. I don't have to correct myself every single time. They're there. You get what I mean. Jade. Jade's up here. Jade's awesome. I love Jade. I played so much Jade this summer when she came out. I absolutely love this character. I love being an AC 130. It is so fun. I've gotten her in EDA 3 times now. 3 weekly rotations I've gotten Jade in my EDA. I pick her every time. It's so fun because people go down all the time in EDA, and it's so fun to just stare at people as Jade and you just res them from across the map. It's awesome. It's so much fun. I love her animations and her flight. Boom, 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 boom. I love the healing orb she can throw. That's fun. I love her buffs. I love the damage buffs and the extra strength for your allies, or the extra weapon damage, or the extra shield regen. Like, she's just chef's kid. She's perfect. She's like one of those Warframes. She's like where's Nidus? Nidus, like one of those frames where like every ability, like her entire kit is just like perfect. It's just A1, and I have a lot of fun. But you don't see a lot of Jades. She is brand new, kind of. She just came out, so like there is that. That's why I played her a lot. Oh, pro tip. I learned this year when she came out shortly after. Her weapon damage buff applies to amps. So if you're having trouble killing the Thraxes on the Zeramon, use Jade, because when you're in Jade giving the weapon damage buff and then you go to Operator, that applies on the Thrax with your whatchamacallit, your amp. So that's really fun. But Jade's awesome. More people should play Jade. I play a lot of Jade. She is fun. Kome. I think she's just okay. I know there's a lot of people that have put her down here, and I don't agree. I don't think she's that bad. I know a lot of people wanted the Gambler frame to be like busted out the wazoo, which I do agree. I've seen it on Reddit and like Twitter, and people say that the Duviri intrinsic should be a part of her kit to make her feel better, which I do agree with, and I'd probably put her up here because that's a pretty hefty buff. The extra health and damage scaling with every decree, that's a pretty hefty buff. She would probably be a good Warframe then, but yeah, no, she goes here for me. She's just okay. Like, I would understand if someone wants to pick up and play Kome, you know. I actually run into a lot. I think it's because of her build time thing, where her parts don't take that long to build, or her main blueprint doesn't take that long to build. It takes 24 hours or whatever. I've run into a lot of Komes since she came out. It's actually kind of crazy. I see him all the time in Omnia Fishers, which makes sense. She wants to stack decrees, and that's like, she has the cooldown on them, which probably needs to be lowered or removed. I don't know why she has a cooldown on stacking decrees when she can't even pick them. She does have a lot of like, she has a lot of little nitpicks, a lot of little things that you can just, a lot of little things that's like, she's just bad. Like, that's bad. But I think overall, she's just like a thumbs up. She's good. She's okay. Like, nothing crazy to write home about. But yeah. I'll save Sight for last. I'm not sure why he was there. Nasia. Where does he go? Do I put... No, because I played a lot of Nasia. I played a lot of Nasia at one point. I think he... Nasia. I think I'm going to put Nasia up here. I don't play him as much anymore, but I absolutely love his deluxe skin. I love the little lion on his back. And when that came out, I played so much Nasia. I had hardcore played Nasia for so long. And I remember his Prime came out, and I was like, I'm going to grind Nasia Prime and get it real quick. I don't think I got Nasia Prime for like a year and a half. No joke. And I missed playing Nasia so much. And I think a lot of people just know he's good as well. But you don't see him as much. His new augment's crazy. The one where he applies all the spear damage to all the speared enemies share damage taken after they go down. It's pretty OP. I know it was busted on release with the max range build. It was pretty crazy, but it's still pretty good. I use him in Omnia Fishers every now and then. He's a sick-ass Warframe. I love his ring toss. Bounce between enemies. That's really fun. Damage vulnerability like sea snares. I talked about this earlier, where Yoreli's just a better Nasia, in my opinion. But he's really fun. I really enjoy Nasia. And I see him a decent bit. He's in my lobbies all the time. Dagath. Where do I put her? I really wanted to like her. I really wanted her to be up here for me. But I've played a lot of Dagath. I've gone through like 2 different builds and formed her up. And I just like, is she good? Is she just okay? I don't know. I'm really conflicted on Dagath because I wanted to like this Warframe a lot when she came out. I thought the design was sick. I thought her abilities looked sick. And then I played her and I was like, well, she's. I'd consider her good. She has an armor strip. She spreads viral procs. the her doom, the doom that like double procs your damage, the sickle. That's cool. That's good. I'd consider her good. I would consider her a good Warframe to play. I think I'm gonna change the word good here to great. Actually, minor distinction. Yeah, but she she hasn't scratched that itch for me. I've done just about everything with her that I could think of to really enjoy Dagoth. I like playing her. Like, she's a good frame, great frame, but it's just like, ooh, that just doesn't. Yeah, she's just okay. That's all there is to say. She spreads viral procs. She spreads slows. The word scythes and the slash damage, and she doesn't die. She's basically kind of like old Wukong, huh? Because with her 3, it's just the never die button, and she gets a lot of crit damage. You think she'd be cool, like a really good weapon buffer Warframe, but like my weapons don't feel that much stronger when I'm playing Dagoth. Like, I know they are getting buffed, but it doesn't feel like it whatsoever. And then her horse, like if you use her for ability damage, her horses are cool, but the hitboxes are really weird and wonky and don't feel great. They don't feel great to use and spam if you're going like, I'm ability damage Dagoth. Watch this. It's like, it just feels just feels weird. Something about Dagoth doesn't feel amazing to play and feels good to play like for mission on mission on mission on end. And then Side 09 up here. I've played this guy so much. Maybe it's recency bias. Maybe it'll change in 3 months by the time the next update comes around. But I don't see it happening. Side 09 is amazing. A crazy, like, if you just want to subsume off the sniper, you can. Because, like, his kit's insane outside of that. He has the extra weak point damage, the extra 100% status chance elemental element of your choice buff, and refreshable invisibility with his 3. It is insane. It's nuts. Like, those first 3 abilities alone are crazy. Those first 3 are nuts. Like, that alone just it's such a fun feedback loop as well. It's really, really fun. Once you put your 1 down, you go into your 3, you quickly get some weak point kills to refresh it and get the timer up. And then once you get into the habit of just tapping your 2 to refresh your magazine, it feels so great. And then the sniper, the exalted sniper, is like a whole separate can of worms. It's just a crazy one-shot monster. It's like they took the sniper Kalervo build and then put it into a singular ability on Side 09. It is insane, and I love it. I'm having tons of fun on that guy. And that's it. That's the list. I would love to talk about every single one of these frames alone for extended periods of time. Maybe not so much those bottom 2, but that's what I got going on here. That's how I feel. I don't know if it makes much sense now that I'm this far deep in. I think the top 2 tiers got a little befuddled. But that's it. That's the list. I think if anything, I could reorder the top 2 a little. I'm fine with the bottom 3. Like, these are frames that I think are great, and but I don't really like playing at all. All these frames are frames that I like playing, but I just don't see anyone else playing. And these are my cream of the crops. I think this is just like the MVP side of the VIP side of the club. But is there anyone else I'd move put in the VIP side of the club here? I don't know. Ureli might get in VIP actually. Yeah, Ureli gets into VIP. And who are we? I gotta change this. I say not enough love. But who else gets into VIP here? I don't know. I don't think anyone gets into VIP here actually. This is just the special star club up here. Yeah, that's it. I'm done.